Welcome to Via Satoshi, and today is the 15th of November 2021. And hello, all my lovely listeners. And today we're going to talk about Cardano, the ADA. So, the title of the video is Cardano 6 Simply Explained. And before we get into the video, as always, please subscribe to my channel and also like my videos if you like the content. And turn on the notification bell because the contents are time sensitive. So before we get into the video, let's talk about how the markets are doing. So Bitcoin was actually struggling to break the $67,000 barrier, but the great news is Bitcoin closed the all-time high weekly candle yesterday on Sunday. And the hype is really low at the moment. Usually everyone is like hyped about Bitcoin, but at the moment it's very quiet. Seems like that means the market top is not in yet, so probably it's a few months away. And also the taproot has been upgraded, so that's like the latest markets. Okay, so what is Cardano? Right, before we get into Cardano, let's talk about Ethereum briefly, because Cardano is connected to Ethereum when I actually finish explaining. So Cardano and Ethereum, they are both smart contract platforms. Charles Hoskinson, who is the person behind Cardano, who is the CEO of the company or the developer called IOHK, that's In and Out Hong Kong. Now it's called IOG, In and Out Global. And he is the co-founder or one of the co-founders of Ethereum back in 2014. So Ethereum was founded by Vitalik Buterin, Charles Hoskinson, Dr. Gavin Wood, and a couple of others were attributed to the foundation of Ethereum. Charles Hoskinson actually had a disagreement with Vitalik Buterin about bringing in venture capital into Ethereum, where Vitalik said that he wanted Ethereum to be a foundation rather than a for-profit organization. So they had a big disagreement, and Charles Hoskinson left Ethereum development in 2015 and went on to create Cardano itself. Right, so Cardano has a maximum supply. This is the tokenomics for Cardano, 45 billion tokens, and it's valued at the moment at around 80 billion US dollars, and it's in the top 5. And it fluctuates, it was at the best, it was at top 3, and now it's top 5. So that's kind of the area where Cardano at the moment is. And how Cardano is different from Ethereum is that where Ethereum actually, as soon as it's created its smart contract platform, it went all in. And now it's having difficulty scaling because, it wasn't built for scalability, where Cardano took its time. So Cardano is the most peer-reviewed research project in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. They've released more than 100 research papers, and they were all peer-reviewed, and then Cardano was built. So they were meticulously researching each and everything, and then they were building things one by one. Cardano has 3 entities behind them: the IOHK or IOG, Emergo Foundation. Emergo is like a for-profit, but it's also has an arm for non-profit. It's based in Japan, and they are the developers behind Cardano, and also Cardano Foundation, which is a non-profit organization based in Switzerland, like other non-profits for the cryptocurrencies. Like you have the Polkadot Foundation, the Web3 Foundation, they were all based in Switzerland. So coming to Cardano, so Cardano is like a 3rd generation project, they all, as always, say. So 1st generation blockchain is Bitcoin, and then the 2nd generation blockchain is Ethereum, not ETH 2.0 because it hasn't come out yet. And blockchains like Cardano or Solana and the others are called 3rd generation blockchains. So how Cardano works? So Cardano is a proof of stake blockchain, and it is one of the most staked blockchain by value in the cryptocurrency market at the moment. There is 73% of their circulating supply has been staked. That's almost around 50 billion US dollars. And what happens when you stake is that Cardano will give you staking rewards. So it's annualized around 4 to 5% per annum at the moment. Right. So getting into, do they have smart contracts? So Cardano has different eras. So this is like their different types of capabilities added into the blockchain itself. So they had something called Shelly, they had something called Mary, and now the era is called Alonzo. So the Alonzo era is the one where the smart contracts has been introduced into the Cardano ecosystem. But there's a problem at the moment they have called concurrency. Because as I mentioned in my previous video when I talked about Bitcoin, Cardano uses a similar programming to or accounting model to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has an accounting model called UTXO. That means unspent transaction model. And Cardano has the same model, but it's called EUTXO. So it's extended unspent transaction model, same as it is. So if you go to a shop, you buy something for $2, but you only have $5, so you give them $5, they give you $3 change. So because of this, a couple of smart contract platforms that when they tried to build on Cardano had an issue called concurrency. What concurrency is that only one person can do one transaction at a moment. So when a lot of people try to do or access the smart contracts for the services, they were unable to use it, or they were having errors because they couldn't actually do the transaction all at the same time. But this seems like the way the developers built it was they were built in a similar way to what they were doing with Ethereum rather than for Cardano. Cardano do things in a very different way. Charles Hoskinson, the founder, said that this is only a stumbling block, and they were already had papers released, such as projects from Sunday Swap. It's like the Uniswap equivalent of Cardano, and they were already starting to build, and the mainnet will come very soon. So I have high hopes for Cardano, and they were already working with governments in Africa, such as governments from Ethiopia and Zanzibar and Egypt. And, you know, the scope is really, really high at the moment. But we have to see what's going to happen, what Cardano holds for the moment, because it is still speculation, as the transaction value locked on Cardano is 0 at the moment, because the smart contracts are not fully running yet. But as I always say, the more risk you take, the better profits you can get. But this is not financial advice. Don't be reckless with your finances. Do your own research and think what you think about Cardano. And if you have any questions, leave on the comments below. And also, if you like the video, please share it. And as always, soon as we hit 100 subscribers, I'm giving away $100 worth of Bitcoin. And until the next video, bye from me.